Hi guys, welcome to the Belle. I'm your host Koketso, and this is a conversation about us celebrating women in sports, entertainment, and just the overall creative industry. So today we're going to talk about all things entertainment law, and of course I'm not a lawyer, and I can't, so I need help, right? And to help me, I have the managing director of Tailormade Law, Lesego Chaka. If we had that, we were going to do it.
I actually would. That would actually be cool. So I think maybe guys need to get that.
We were going to do it. So, yeah, Lesego Chaka is the managing director of Tailormade Law. She represents you. Want to speak about your title? Just give us three.
Just three.
Just three.
Mr. Jazik, Kabza, and Corey.
There you go. Everything I'm a piano, just go to her.
Pretty much.
Right. But before we actually talk about like what you do and how you got there, let's take a step back. Where are you from? How did you grow up? Siblings? That whole thing.
So I grew up. I was born in the East Rand, in Benoni.
Okay.
But I grew up in Rockville, Soweto, right? And I moved back to the East Rand. I think I was doing grade 3. How old was I? Like 9? Yeah, I moved back to the East Rand. So home is the East Rand, essentially. I am the first of 2 children, so I have a younger brother, and yeah, that's me.
All right, and then growing up, what were you interested in? Your hobbies?
I did a lot. I did everything. I was actually quite into sports. A lot of people don't believe that, but I was actually into sports, swimming. I did quite a lot of sports. Not a lot, but like I really did all of that stuff. Dancing, public speaking, that was all me. I stayed fit. I was that child, which I enjoyed quite a bit. Yeah, that was me. That was really what I did. And I was into design, which is very strange because right now I literally have no interest in, but not like clothing, just like structural design of buildings and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, that was me.
So how did that all translate into like your love for law?
Look, I think I stumbled into this career, honestly.
Yeah.
Because even in high school, my subjects did not align with the legal fraternity.
And what subjects were those actually?
I did all the commercial subjects, so accounting, economics, and then my random one was EGD, which is
engineering design. Okay.
So I just thought, let me just give it a try because I really enjoyed it. Technical drawing and stuff. And and I got to matric, and I just decided I definitely don't want to do accounting. I'll pursue a career in economics maybe later, on in my life. And I said, let me try something new. And I did something completely different, which was law.
Law. And where did you study?
University of Pretoria.
University of Pretoria. Tax. Licks of Nicks.
Yeah.
So Afrikaans.
Yeah.
But so now let's actually talk about studying, right? You went into straight LLB.
No.
Oh, so
I actually didn't.
Okay.
My university story is actually kind of crazy. So I actually started doing a BA General, right? And then I applied internally for a transfer to do BA Law.
Yeah.
So I did my BA Law and I majored in international relations and politics. And then that's when I then started. When I finished that, then I did my LLB.
All right. And then, so obviously when you were studying your BA, that's when you were like, actually, there's a space in entertainment law, and I might like it.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So I was still serving on the SRC. I remember 2018.
Yeah.
Still serving on the SRC, and I was like, I kind of need to do something else that is more aligned with my degree.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that looked like really, because I definitely didn't want to join a house. And so I just thought, let me try something else. And then the homecoming events internship program, I saw it on Twitter. And I was like, okay, this seems cool. They had a space for law students. So I thought, let me see how these 2 worlds would actually interplay. So then I applied for the internship and I got in. Had the interviews, had the final selection during the stakeholders lunch, and that's how I ended up here. And I met the likes of Adnan Malachi, who said he wanted somebody to come assist at his consultancy, which is Tailormade Legal.
Yes.
And that's how I started. That's how my journey with entertainment law actually began.
All right. And then for those of the people that are watching who don't really understand what it means to be like an entertainment attorney, is that the correct
Not yet. Not yet.
Lawyer?
We're getting the
Consultant. Okay,
Let's say
entertain.
consultant,
Okay,
yeah.
entertainment consultant.
Yeah.
What does that entail? Like, what do you do? How does your day look like?
So I mean, largely, I'm going to talk about what Tailormade does
Yes.
on a day-to-day. So it's consulting services really. So
Okay.
legal advice, counsel, document perusals, reviews, negotiations, those types of things. So yeah, that's essentially what Tailormade does.
And what does that
legal
mean?
advisory.
So you just give advice.
Legal advice.
But do you handle contracts? Do you okay?
So there's a drafting, we draft contracts, we review contracts, we negotiate terms of contracts. So in the event that, say for instance, our client comes with a contract, then we are able to review, negotiate better terms, those types of things.
Oh, okay.
Among other very fun stuff.
What are the fun stuff? Let's go. Yeah.
I mean, it's the best of both worlds, really.
Okay.
Like it's not just it's law 9 to 5, but when you just look at it, you deal with quite interesting people, interesting scenarios and situations. It's not rigid. It's not a commercial firm like your top 5 where every law student wants to go. But it's fun. I enjoy the space because it offers so much flexibility, and every day is so different. You just never know what's gonna happen. In the middle of the night, you could get a call and say, "Yo, we need a press release."
What are the working hours actually?
Oh, girl, what hours? What hours?
I guess that's entertainment, like just generally.
It's the space. It's the space, and you have to adapt. Because things happen at any point. I could be chilling right now. We could be talking, and I could get a call like, "Oh, dude, we need a press release now." Because this happened last night, and it's going to come out to the public, so we kind of need to mitigate that before anything happens. So I enjoy it because there's always something different. Like you just never know what to expect. Every day is so different, and it's exciting.
So, what issues do you deal with? And not you specifically, just like in entertainment consultancy. Like, what issues do you deal with? Like, is it when an artist gets booked, are you handling the contract? And then I'm trying to think of another scenario. But like what types of scenarios do you deal with?
I mean, there's a lot. There's like I said, there's a crazy space. A lot happens, and one of the things that we actually deal with the most is people that have gone into very bad contracts, and contracts that bind them for years. Into whatever kind of deal, getting them out of those. We also deal with a lot of IP issues, so copyright issues, copyright infringement issues, trademark issues. So it's quite a lot. It literally spans from everything to anything, really. So but a lot of the stuff that it's always the contractual issues. It's always the contractual issues. Also, just what we've been trying to do over the past couple of years is to ensure that people actually have paperwork in place before you actually get into anything, so that you don't get things at the tail end of the situation where things have actually gotten to a place where people want to get out of contracts and you just don't even know how you got into this without having someone look over the contract. So it's those types of issues really that we handle.
Alright, and then for young people who are watching this, how would you advise them into getting into this space?
Honestly, and this look for me, I'm not going to tell you anything philosophical or anything. Honestly, I really do think that you need to, more than anything, you need to know what you want, right? You need to understand the kind of person that you are, the kind of space that you actually want to get into, and see how it all plays together, honestly. Because for me, I'm not so much in the social space, but I do enjoy law. But I also am very much aware of things that happen in the social space and how what I do and what I actually do love can sort of play into that space. I don't know if that makes sense, but just
It has to align with the person that you are.
100%. 100%. It's really all about doing what it is that you love and how. And I don't know. I guess I'm very philanthropic. Is that what
Yeah, giving back.
Yeah, so that's me. That's me, and I always want to see how what I do assists the next person, whether it's by putting you on or just advising you, really, more than anything. I think I like giving unwarranted advice. It's very awkward sometimes.
For free.
For free, guys. Like,
for free.
Just
love it.
So yeah, that's it. And that's what I really do think is my advice. What you love, and how you can impart all of that with other people.
So let's say there's someone who actually loves what you do, right? And they're trying to get there. Like, where do they look? Like, do they start an events agency and then hoping to get into, like, what would be the blueprint?
Honestly, I think all this information is readily available for us. I don't think that you don't need to look long and hard, honestly, especially now in the digital age where everything is literally in the palm of your hands. If you're trying to get into this space in particular, there's Tailormade. We have a website. You can visit the website, reach out to us, even in the social space, which is also another nice thing. Is that we
follow the people that do what you do as well.
100%. And just in a social setting, you can always have a conversation like that. Even the female managers themselves go through so much, right? And we speak amongst ourselves. We're like, dude, and that's why it's so important for us to have our own community, which we've recently
like the Belle.
Like things like this. This is actually really nice. Where we can come on here and freely speak about our challenges and help one another. I think for me that's very important. So the challenges, just wanting to do better, wanting to be heard and understood, which sometimes is so difficult because everybody has had their own way of doing things for so long. And you come in and you're like, but maybe we actually need to do it differently, and nobody quite understands where you're coming from because you can't tell us to do things differently.
That's it.
It's worked, So
So how do you deal with those things? I mean, you mentioned imposter syndrome and people not trusting you because it could be that you're young, you're a woman. How do you deal with that?
I've always said this, that I think my work and my work ethic speaks for me more than anything. It's been it's almost a year that I've been in the position that I'm in right now, and I think there's been significant changes. There's been a significant track record, so to speak, of the work that we've done at Tailormade, and my team is an all-women team. Crazy enough, still love it.
Love it.
So it's quite exciting, to know that despite everything that we go through, despite the challenges that we might have faced, we're still able to stand our ground and we work, man. I think just work for me. I feel if those feelings of imposter syndrome kind of creep in, for me, the only way I can overcome it is to work. Prove myself to myself, really, because I'm not up against anybody else but myself. Those are only fleeting thoughts, fleeting emotions. And once I get to a point where I feel confident with myself, everything else is just noise.
All right. And then, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Actually, yourself and Tailormade.
For Tailormade, let me start with Tailormade. I really would like to almost legitimize entertainment law. It's not a part of law or that's really out there. When you get commercial firms and lawyers who think that they can actually be in this space and advise clients accordingly, but it's so different. It's a different space. It's not rigid. Certain things, law is
there's fundamentals, there's principles,
100%, but it's also, you need to be able to kind of adapt into the space and be able to come down to the level of an artist, you know what I mean? So for me, I'd like to legitimize Tailormade in that sense. To be, when you talk about, for instance, a Weber or an Adams, that's what I want Tailormade to be. In terms of entertainment law, Tailormade is my go-to. And services are spectacular. The team is great. Everybody kind of, we get you. It feels like home. It feels like you're in a space of people that really get your business. Because it's more than just law for us. There's business affairs. There's also just the personal touch for us, which is very important to always remain client facing. It's very, very important to us. So for me, legitimize and tailor-made. And me personally, I have huge international goals for myself. So hopefully within the next couple of years, I would like to see myself. Crazy enough, I'd actually like to work for a corporate, but in the entertainment space, in the music entertainment space, but internationally. Don't want to reveal anything as yet, but God willing, everything will come together.
Okay, random question just came up. So, other than Tailormade, is there any other entertainment consultant, or do you record labels do that in the industry?
Yeah, so labels actually have their own
legal department.
So
it was up to the labels to do all the contracts.
Pretty much.
So there's no like boutique or just independent consultant.
I mean, there are firms that actually do and focus on entertainment, but it's also entertainment, sports, media, all of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they do exist.
Okay, they just small, because I don't know much of them.
Yeah, but they definitely do exist.
All right. And then, because we're done here, basically, about your story, you know what entertainment was about, you got the basics. Who would you put on? Who would you like to see on the Belle? Obviously, sports, entertainment, and the creative industry.
Yikes. Okay. First, I'm going to start with my team.
Okay.
I'm going to start with my team. Boyo Penene. Steven Mafanya.
Okay.
Minnie Hadere. Audrey McGuinness.
Yes.
And there's also Rubego Masego. She's also got her own podcast. It's called New Keys. So they do.
Oh yes, the piano podcast.
Yeah. So she's pretty cool. And she's recently started at Tailormade as well.
Oh wow.
And then everybody else like Tuli Kibule.
Yes.
Pretty cool ladies. Doing amazing things in the industry. So
I'd
like to see more of that.
Okay, and then to wrap up, I have like a few rapid fire questions for you.
Let's go.
All right. What's your dream vacation?
Dream vacation, the Maldives. Anywhere with a large body of water.
I feel like everyone says Maldives.
No, I don't want to lie, guys. I want to go.
Okay. And then if you could change the current space of entertainment law, what would be the first thing you'd change?
More women.
Oh wow. Love it. And then if you had a TED talk, what would you talk about?
Exactly this, like the entertainment space. And law and entertainment. Because I love it so much. So I definitely talk about that, go into more detail about what it is that I do. And
that's Lesego Chaka. You can find her on Instagram, Lesego_Palisa. Also your host, Koketso. If you guys are interested, please like it, subscribe, and if you guys have any questions for Lesego, just put them down in the comment section, and she will. You'll be checking. Obviously.
I'll definitely be checking.
Exactly, so she can reply. But that's it from us, guys. This is the Belle. Thank you for tuning in, and bye.